February 17, 2021. In dreams, I was taken to a conventional church where a lady was preaching about health. She talked about natural medicine and also mixed it with the conventional. I saw that her preaching was very well accepted and she was praised for it, but she said that to pray for her because her liver was very bad, so that God would work a miracle and heal her. The scene changed. I was taken to another church. This church, I saw, was made up of non-corporate brothers, for I knew many of them. There I was told, speak. I started speaking. And words came out of my mouth that I did not think to speak, but these came out of my mouth, but it was by the control of the Holy Spirit. I told everyone, a man wrote, received many gifts and for this he became corrupt, and he was the lasher asterisk of many and stole their lands from the poor, widows and orphans, and this will create that his ruin be certain. When I was speaking this, I was walking back and forth through the middle of the aisle of that church and, when I reached the end of the church, a woman dressed in black was, with her back to me, sitting on a chair. This one, when I approached behind her back, she would put her hands on her head and, when I walked away, she would look sideways to continue her activity. She was working hard on something, because in front of her there was a small table with some jars and liquids. I was let known that she was a witch. I continued speaking. And the speech was one of rebuke for the things that existed among the people, white-collar robbery, white-collar crimes ***, between brothers, tyranny, false doctrines, amalgamations, cooking on Saturdays, washing up on Saturdays, verbal and physical abuse between the brothers, believing some more than others, because they only look at the social status, when what God looks at is the heart. It was indicated to me at this point that anyone who feels favored by God, because of what he has on this earth, and for that reason rejects or despises the least favored, will be thrown out for not having the appropriate garments for the wedding feast of the Lamb. It was also indicated to me that all those who deceive their neighbor are preparing their own trap, from which they will not escape. I was let to know that those who go to the fields and pay for others to plant for them and make all preparations for them that they can make, are taking shortcuts that will be of ruin to them in the transformation of their character. And, these, will not be ready to pass the final test. Those who oppress the one they receive in their land and do not treat him as a guest but as a servant, these will be left out of the wedding of the Lamb. I was told that the Eternal looks at everything, every detail, of the movements in this hour, and he will not give for innocent the guilty. Many want, at this hour, to have other brothers as their servants, as slaves, for a price. And many sell their little weakness for a price, some for misers and others, to earn a decent livelihood. Moreover, God asks that in this hour we be one, helping each other without listerias, taking advantage of others, without vivacity, but in love and holiness before him. Whoever receives a brother and this one, more well-to-do, give him work, be honest, does not exploit your brother. For it is God's requirement that everyone cooperate with each other and each one have their own for their own sowing and harvest. And the one who pays, to this one, for a help, it will not be to have him as his worker every day, because, if he did so, it would rather be for him to be subject to the capitalist system. Rather, you will give him quality time for his own, because the character, the transformation of the same, is what is at stake.